We're going to naturally color correct and conceal this to this, combining Seint 3D foundation with Seint Demi Correctors.
First thing I do is apply a bit of my main foundation or highlight shade all over very lightly, avoiding the eye area and just pressing that in lightly as a base. Combining Seint 3D Cream Foundation with Demi Color Correctors is what we like to call a hybrid application, giving you best of both application types.
I avoided my eye area and applied a very light layer of my main highlight shade all over. I'm going to go in and apply contour to add definition along my forehead, just a bit under my cheekbones.
Using Seint's cream contour is really easy and adds such a nice definition to your bone structure and your face. You don't have to choose your own contour or highlight foundation shades. I can color match you to all of those shades.
I'm going to start my first color correcting or concealing, and that's going to be done with this shade here called Mango. It's a peachy orange shade. It's a cream foundation or highlight shade. I'm going to apply this shade where I have larger areas of discoloration.
Using a cream highlight shade like Mango is a lot quicker for larger areas. Remember to keep this very light and not to overuse this color or layer it too thickly. Just a small amount goes a long way to color correct and filter out these areas.
So as you can see, I applied a very light amount on my eyelids, around my nose where I have a bit of redness, and down here on my chin where I have a lot of broken capillaries and a purplish blue discoloration. Let's switch over now to the Demi Correctors. These are a wax color correcting makeup that's highly pigmented and is used to filter and color correct excess pigment or excess color on your face. Let's start first by addressing under eye.
The first Demi shade I'm going to use under my eye is 03 or Orange 3. Make sure also that you're using the spot brush. This is a great brush for applying very detailed and small amounts of the Demi to locations where it's needed. Since the Demi Correctors are very pigmented, just use the smallest amount to filter out the areas of discoloration or excess color. You can use the fluffy side of the spot brush to disperse the color also. You may need to get more than one Demi color corrector shade. Here I'm also going to be using 01 or Orange 1 to apply down into the creases of my under eye and to help pull forward that color and filter any dark shadows. If you have under eye discoloration plus a bit of melasma under your eyes, you can try using R01, Red Orange 1, to help filter that discoloration. Remember, it's all about trying the different color correctors based on what your discoloration and excess color is.
Now that we've color corrected and brightened our under eye and inner eye, let's go ahead and address some of the sunspots and age spots. Just didn't quite get covered by my regular highlight foundation shade.
Demi correctors that work well with sunspots, age spots, and patches of melasma are R01, Red Orange 1, 03 for Orange 3, and 01 for Orange 1. These three Demi corrector shades seem to work for most melasma, sunspots, and age spots. Remember that you're going to have to experiment, as each sunspot, age spot is made up of several different colors, so you'll have to use several different Demi shades, but usually these three are a great starter.
After using Demi on that dark sunspot, breaking up some of the discoloration and those hard lines, I go back in then with a little bit of my main foundation shade and lightly tap over and lightly tap a bit more makeup on. One last time, being very careful not to disturb the Demi underneath, but just adding a very light amount for extra coverage. You can still go in and add a bit of brightness down your nose, strategically placing it on the outside of your eye, just a little bit down here along this inside of your eye.
When applying your
up here on
brightener
your
or
brow.
pop shade with the Demi Corrector around that area, using your finger to press in and blend is a great way to do that without disturbing the Demi Correctors underneath. Don't forget then to just apply a bit of color, and remember to always tap or stipple when you're blending and not swipe so that you're not disturbing any color correctors underneath.
Want your own custom Seint Demi and 3D foundation hybrid palette? Comment match me below and I can help you get started. You can get all the shades that I use in my 3D Demi hybrid palette.